Welcome back to another episode of NFT Catcher Podcast. We'd like to remind everybody that nothing on the show is meant as financial advice, and to please do your own research. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Now the subject is NFTs.
They're known as non-fungible tokens, or NFTs.
NFTs are exploding in popularity.
This is a technology that will forever change the way people interact.
So it is happening whether you understand it and like it or not.
This phenomenon is moving. The digital.
You have now joined Jenny from the blockchain and Michael Keene on the NFT Catcher Podcast.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the NFT Catcher Podcast with me, Jenny from the blockchain, and my co-host, Michael Keene. For today's interview, we have special guest Peter Fang joining us. My friend group calls him the mayor because he knows everyone and he gets shit done. He's the co-founder of NFTBA, Space Dust, The Other Block. He's on the Bored Ape Council, and he's one of my dear friends. Peter, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me. Feeling really special. Seems like I'm associated with a lot of stuff over there.
Oh, your list, you got way more things you're involved in too. We had Josh Ong on recently too, and it's just like, you're one of those people that have their hands in so many different pots. So there is a lot of stuff we could talk about here. But I feel like I want to first talk about how we know each other. Because, yeah, we've been friends for a solid, I don't know how long, maybe 2 years, maybe a little more. I think around that.
2 years would be the first NFT NYC that everybody went to. That was November 2021. So that was exactly 2 years. So if you guys
it was more than that. Yeah.
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 Right?
Do you want to hear my version of the story?
Yeah, I want to hear your
version of the story?
Let's hear your version of the story.
Okay, so I do believe that I met Jen through my partner, which is Swicky. They were, I believe, in Top Shot, and so they were in the same circles. And the weirdest thing, one day, Swicky just walks up to me and she says, "I want you to meet some people." And so she holds up the phone, and I'm on FaceTime with 3 other people. And those 3 people were Jen, Newbie, and Steph. And then I believe the opening line and the first line that they said to me, or at least Newbie said to me, was like, "Hey, I'm going to be at your house on Friday." And I'm like, okay. I had no idea who they were, like none whatsoever. But I did know that they were Swicky's friends. So, of course, always welcome. They stopped by, and I think the rest was history. They just showed up at my house. That's actually what happened. I didn't meet them online or anything.
That's true. Yeah. No, but what's crazy is, I actually kind of forgot that was the first time we met. But because I was thinking your house was the first time we met, but I guess we did meet on FaceTime. And Steph and I were going to Cali to spend our birthday with Noob because we were good friends with her at the time. And actually, we didn't know Swicky until like that FaceTime was the first time we met Swicky too. Like, I think we talked a bit online, but yeah, Newbie is not like a huge partier. And so Noob kind of pawned us off. She was like, "Hey, I have this friend and Swicky, and she'll know where to take you for your birthday." So yeah, Noob she pawned us off a little bit, but it's okay. It was all fun. We went over to Swicky and Peter's house, met them, and turns out they're literally some of my favorite people ever. And so very thankful for that introduction. Shout out Noob. Got to shout her out.
I remember why I even got on the phone now is because Newbie wanted to know where they should go to party.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Where should we go in LA?" And I was like, "Who are you again?" I was like, I didn't know what they were trying to do, or what they were trying to go, where they're trying to go, or what they were trying to do. But we're here now.
Yeah. And if you guys don't know Peter, he literally knows everybody, and he knows like every club person as well. So you're like, "Oh yeah, we want to go here." Like, he'll get you in, he'll get you a table. Like, I don't know, somehow Peter knows everyone. And I don't know how, but that's why we call him the mayor, because, he just knows everyone. So, yeah, I've done a lot of partying with Peter. I feel like he has a lot of embarrassing stories about me, but, I don't remember that many things because I have a bad memory. So, especially if I've been drinking. So, it's kind of a good thing. I'm like, I don't think he really has that much dirt.
I mean,
but I don't know.
I think I came on this show to kind of like finally expose Jen for the
Yes, yes,
the partier that she is, right?
yes.
I mean, definitely a man killer over here. But you know, I'll leave that
That's
out
cap.
for like later.
That's cap.
I'll save
No,
that
but
for
yeah,
later.
I say that for later. Yeah, definitely. My partying days are over. I'm retired. Okay, so but you know, hey, if you want some good party
She's
friends,
2
here's
weeks
what you-
removed from like Bonnaroo or something. Her party
Okay,
days are
that's
over.
different. Festival versus party is different in my eyes.
Oh my God! Yeah,
Okay, so
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, she's definitely a festival goer too. You know what? I'll save this. I'll save this.
okay, we got to get into NFTs here. And I mean, I know Swicky got into NFTs first. Is she how you got into NFTs? Like, did she introduce you to NBA Top Shot and that was kind of like your first thing, or was it Bored Apes?
Yeah, so no, it wasn't Bored Apes. It was definitely Top Shot. I think one of our friends have been talking about. Well, she actually had known about NFTs for some time, and you know, she was an artist, so she had been mulling over the idea of actually doing something in that realm with her art. And one of our friends actually, and I might butcher the story a little bit, but I think messaged her saying, "Hey, you got to get in here and buy some of these packs." And so at the time, Swicky wasn't ingrained into like, you know, NBA stats or players and all that stuff. She was just barely getting into it. So I heard her go upstairs and she's like, you know, I hear her screaming, "Hey, is this player good? Is this player good? Is this player good?" And so it just started off as just me kind of like telling her, "Hey, you know what? This player is good. You should buy this moment, so on and so forth." And then next thing you know, I think she actually started buying NFTs, and then she minted an ape. And then she had this idea about entering this contest called the Elite Apes contest. And so that's when she bought her second ape, which is now we know her as Kiki. And she's like, "Hey, hear me out. I have this idea. I want to do this thing with this ape." And she sat there 2 a.m, explained it to me. And I said, "Screw it, let's do it." And then we went to a meetup, and literally the rest is history from there.
Hey, yeah, we have. Speaking of Kiki, all three of us have our Kiki Swamp de Toilette, the Kiki perfume, which Swicky really built a brand for her ape, Kiki, and has created a lot. I mean, nobody can see this right now. I don't even know why I'm showing it, but yeah, she's made a lot of cool swag, and I even saw it in Hong Kong. Like, I don't know where exactly it was. I guess the Bored Ape Fest. But there was like, what was that? There was like a corner of her stuff, and then it seemed like they were kind of
The
highlighting.
bodega is the bodega. They
Oh, is
called
that
it?
what it was? The bodega?
Is that what it was, Peter?
Yeah, so Yuga has this initiative right now called Made by Apes, right? And it's essentially this registration thing where you can on the blockchain license your ape through this initiative, and this bodega was displaying all these products that were made by apes. You know, and so she had her section, NFTBA had their own section as well, but you know, obviously the Kiki merch in itself, it's just kind of like a staple in the space at this point. But yeah, that's what it was. It was really nice too, actually. So like, kudos to the team for putting all that together. Everybody had like their time slots to essentially go and show their product, you know, to the masses and stuff like that. So it was really cool.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, I saw a lot of people's like photos of all the stuff they hauled from Hong Kong Ape Fest, and I'm like, damn, there was a lot of. It's just cool that everyone like uses their IP, makes their own, even if they're not like selling it, even if it's just like stickers or pins. Like, it's just cool to see people, and specifically Bored Apes. I feel like they've really just taken and ran with their IP, which is really cool to see. So shout out Bored Apes. But yeah, we want to hear about Hong Kong. I know you just got back. I know you said before we started recording that you're on like 2 hours of sleep, because I mean, what's like a 12-hour difference over in Hong Kong? So
yeah, it's like a 12-hour difference from the East Coast. So like 15-hour difference to the West Coast, from the West Coast. And yeah, so we just got back, I think on, what day is today? Wednesday. Oh, so we just got back on Monday, and it's just been frantic be like catching up. But Hong Kong is a vibe. Like, it's absolutely a vibe. It was a great idea to go there. And actually, it was like my first time going back there in like 20 something years. Right? Like, I haven't been back there since I was a kid. So going back was kind of different for me because I wasn't sure how it's going to be. And to be honest with you, you know, I would like to think that, you know, I say I'm fluent. I don't know if my mom would agree if I'm fluent or not, but Going back there, it actually felt really, really nice. And also they have like these amenities now, like Uber and all these other stuff that are pretty modern. So they're actually ahead of the US in a lot of ways too. So I don't know. I thought it was great. I thought I could live there, and the vibes were immaculate. So it was a great place to do it.
Damn, that's crazy. You would actually move to Hong Kong and leave us all behind.
I mean, in Web3, it's like there's not
right.
really
It's not leaving anybody behind. It's 6 hours from New York to LA. You know what I mean? And it's whatever 12, 14 hours from New York to Hong Kong. It's not all that much different.
Yeah, Mike, did you go to Hong Kong? You didn't go to
I didn't. Sadly, I'm very jealous. I just wasn't couldn't do it right now with my kids in school and just everything going on. It didn't make sense. Sadly, I didn't plan for it, and I had a lot of FOMO. You're making me feel worse now. Thank you so much for doing that.
But you've been there before?
I have not. I've not been
okay.
to Hong Kong. I've been to Japan. I've been a few other places over there, but not to China and not to Hong Kong. Is that when you say going back there? Is that where you or your family is from? Hong Kong or China or?
Yeah, so I have family there. I have family in mainland too. And one of the first things that I remember asking my family is like, is it safe? Because of like all the, political conflicts and all that stuff, right? And my cousin like chuckled at me. He was like, "This is
1,000 times safer than Los Angeles."
Yeah,
right?
He was like, "This is probably."
Oh yeah. Are you kidding? You can walk around at night. No, people could walk around at night like completely safe. I mean, I haven't been to Hong Kong particularly, but I've read about it. I've seen videos. I mean, I know what a lot of the other places are like. It's way safer than it is here. Way safer.
Yeah, and they have like these things called like midnight barbecues. And I remember very vividly now it makes sense, right? That, in America, it's like you put your kids to sleep. It's like 9, it's like 10, right? You sleep through, right? I remember visiting and my mom waking me up at like 2 a.m. and she's like, "Let's go eat." And I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Now it makes sense because it's, I go back there and I see everybody's out in the middle of the night just eating and feasting together, right? So it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
I wanted to ask you about the food. I wanted to hear about some stuff you ate that was really good. You go to like the markets. When I travel, my favorite thing to do is the local markets. Anybody listening, you go to a new city, you go right to the central market, the local markets with all the vendors. That's where you get the best stuff. But I want to hear what you ate that was really good. What'd you get into?
I think that was the best part about visiting Hong Kong, that all the locals, NFT communities, like people like Subvert, you know what I mean, and others who are local there, they took groups of people, like if you're 2 people, if you're 50 people, they just took them around, and they like toured the whole neighborhoods, and like the night markets was one of them, and we had like barbecue, we had like noodles, we had like a imitation dim sum and stuff like that, which it's equivalent to like junk food, right? So like I ate all of that, and at some point, I think halfway through the trip, this probably had nothing to do with that. I ate so much of the Chinese food as well as our friend Grateful Apes made by Apes chocolates. I think I got sick I had like some stomach issues because I just couldn't stop eating. But it was really, really good. Like it couldn't stop eating, and there was food everywhere all the time, constantly.
That sounds awesome. No, I should have made it happen to go. I feel bad I didn't go, but what are they saying? Next year's Amsterdam, right? Is that that's the rumor going around? Yes.
Wait, Peter's on the board of council, so
I know. I think there's going to be an initiative. I'm hearing there's going to be some kind of initiative, like community initiative, wound up to tell them to do it in Amsterdam. Call it Apesterdam.
Apesterdam. Hey, that's kind of catchy.
I have heard of Amsterdam. I am a fan of Amsterdam. Can't confirm Amsterdam right now. I mean, we just came back from Hong Kong, but I know that the power of the ape community is that it's permissionless.
They'll give them what they want. Right. If they want Amsterdam, they're going to get Amsterdam. Let's go.
I'm not saying that.
I know.
Hey, Peter's smiling. Let the record know.
This is confirmed, folks. Andy, clip this. We're going to send it out to everybody.
Wait, no, but Michael, you predicted something that the other day when we had
Robbie Young on. I know.
Like, Marketplace. And he was like, I can't say.
The last time I said there was a rumor and the person started right, he was like, I can't say. He was like, rumor?
And
he's like, rumor, huh? Yeah, like 2 days later. They announced the Marketplace. Yeah, sorry.
So,
well, I'm definitely not going to say anything after that.
Peter's like, I refuse to talk until you change the subject.
Can we just cut this interview at this point? I mean, like, I feel like I'm just gonna make it clear right
I've
now.
said too much.
Okay, we'll move on. Okay, but speaking of events, you actually helped. Wait, actually, should I say this? Can I say this? That,
of course.
Well, I was gonna say that you helped put on Ape Fest 2021, and cut this out if I'm not allowed to say this, but
No, leave it in. She snuck in.
No, I didn't sneak in. I have a connection, Peter, and I didn't even have a Bored Ape, but I got in. Let it be known, I got into the Ape Fest 2021 party, me and Steph, because Peter's the best and he hooked us up. So yeah, shout out Peter.
I don't know what you're talking about. No. It's all good. It's all good. They allotted like X amount of wristbands for like if you want to bring like family and friends, especially if you help put on the event.
Nice.
Yeah, that absolutely happened.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely happened. And Jen didn't have to wait in a line or anything. So if you apes are mad at me, I'm sorry.
I cut the line. I went right up to the front. But honestly, that brings me to want to say that Peter is honestly one of the most like generous and nice people I've ever met. And I swear, like people that are super, super generous, like you only really, come across somebody like that like once in a blue moon. And Peter and Swicky are those people. And I'm always just so grateful to be friends with them. And they're always so just like, oh yeah, you want to do this? We got you. Like just so down to involve me and Steph. And yeah, I just want to say I appreciate you for everything that you've done for us. And you guys are the best.
Well, I appreciate you too, and I appreciate the show a lot. I think a lot of this too was when, I don't know, and I'm speaking for myself right now, like seeing how when Swicky came into the space, how, it's kind of hard for, I guess for new artists or for new people to kind of like assimilate and stuff like that, right? Like I think Steph and Jen and Newbie, they were already pretty well established in so many ways, and they just kind of like took Swicky in and hugged her and gave her a family in there, and it was just absolutely priceless. You know what I mean? So like it was almost instantaneous, like, okay, this is our family. And so it was easy. And that's actually kind of like the Web3 sentiment when you roll forward too, right? Like at some point, that's the same thing that kind of what got the apes to where they were, just kind of like being a family. But Jen and Steph and Newbie are definitely, I think, my adopted sisters for sure.
Let's go. Yeah, I even remember when we have this group chat and there's a bunch of us, maybe like a dozen of us. And Peter, I feel like this stemmed from you, but yeah, you and my sister and Gutter Jesus, we'll say, decided to like do something special for the girls in the group. And they started just saying NFTGM, and they would just say that in the group chat, and we would all be like, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? And then I think we finally figured out like G stood for girls. And then finally it came out. And I remember when we debuted this on the podcast, but yeah, Gutter Jesus and Steph actually made a rap together. It's really funny, my sister rapping. And Peter was like the guy like behind the scenes, like making everything happen, obviously. And yeah, they're like NFT Girls Mafia. And that's the name of the song. Actually, I pulled it up. I don't know if we're gonna play it. Maybe Andy will play it. He should definitely play it at the end to end this episode. But NFTGM by Gutter Jesus featuring Steph Pseudo. Search that. So yeah, Peter just randomly just decided, oh, you know what? We should make a rap for our friend group. And I don't know if I should be rapping right now, but we need to somehow, can we clip the song into this next part?
Just rap it a cappella. Just sing the song. Sing it for us.
It's the NFT Girls Mafia. Swicky Newbie in the pseudos, ain't no stopping them. CT and PT, yeah, they bossing up. Got Sarah and Tatiana going hard as fuck. It's the NFT. And then my sister's rap. I always sing this to Steph and she gets so annoyed because I'll just come up to her and I'll be like, Steph Pseudo, that's right. Yeah, I remember the name. He stole kitties. Yeah, back in the day.
Good,
It was 2017. Damn, I lost my seat, friend. Bounce back, top shot, got me back in the game. Sweeping moments with my twin, Jenny from the blockchain. Okay, I just had to make sure I got to my line where, Jenny from the blockchain. All right, anyways. I'm done now. I'm done.
It's a sick part. I mean, like, it's a really, really good part. Like, I remember Steph rehearsing it, and then submitting her vocals. And she was like, oh, I don't know if it's any good. And then I think we laced it on, or Better Jesus laced it on the track, and it just came out like hot. Like, she had like so much swag, and like we knew that she was going to be a star. Or a bigger star, because we know the Pseudos were already celebrities by then, right? It's like top shot heavy hitters.
Oh my gosh!
But no, it was super fun, and I thought, at the time, it was kind of what this again, like going back to what the space is about, to get creative with your friends and just kind of do stuff, and the girls at the time were just so epic, all of you guys, right? So we're commemorating that moment.
Yeah, and it didn't stop there, folks. Sarah Stargirl, she made a whole album cover for the song. What else did we do with it? Well, okay, we had the Powerpuff Girls, me, Swicky, Noob, and Steph. And literally at the club, Peter got these, like, what are they called? Like those fat faces, like the foam. Yeah, fat heads of like our little, Powerpuff Girl group. And we just have them out with the bottles, like just embarrassing us to no end. But it was so fun. It was so funny. And yeah. So
I would have said from the very beginning of the podcast, Jenny would talk about you and Swicky and be like, I remember she'd be like, so bougie, and they take us and they do all this VIP stuff, and like they're so awesome and they're so nice. I remember from the very beginning of the podcast, Swicky was one of our first like 5 or 6 guests, I think, right at the very beginning.
Probably, yeah.
You didn't want to have Peter on early on. I was like, let's have Peter. Jenny's like, nah, I don't think so.
I was like, no way. Can't have that guy.
Well, first of all, we spent the first 25 minutes talking about Swicky anyway. So you might as well have her on. That's all we've been talking about, the perfume and Kiki and all that. So
don't worry. During Swicky's episode, we brought up Peter too.
Yeah.
We definitely did.
I mean, she was the reason why I came into the space though, right? Like, she introduced me into NFTs, showed me the community, and so she's a huge reason of why I'm here. Why I stayed is a different story altogether, right? But she's in the fabric of a lot of things, especially if you go back early on, and she's still here. She's still doing stuff, and I do talk about her a lot, though.
She's still
as you
building.
should, yeah, as you should.
I mean, you guys are married after all, so it's only fair.
Swicky, like, she just had that Lakers thing too. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys saw
oh my
that.
God, we were supposed to bring that up. We literally kept mentioning we got to bring up the Swicky Lakers thing.
She came up like a million times, but like just that one thing never came up. But like,
but
like we're still waiting. Like, we're still trying to like figure out how we can like get it so we can see it for the first time too. But it's just there's just a lot of stuff going on right now. So that's why.
Okay, so yeah, wait, can we bring that up really quick? Because seriously, Michael and I, we've been wanting to talk about this with you, but yeah,
you guys wanted to talk about Swicky's Lakers.
Yeah. First of all, I know you're a huge Lakers fan, so it ties in with you somehow.
No, I love it.
He's got the Kobe poster in the background.
Exactly. And this is in person only too, right? Swicky has her merch selling at the Lakers stadium, right?
Mm-hmm. First thing I want to do is shout out the women of NFTBA, right? Like Jasmine, Round 21, and Swicky. They're doing these things, and so what it is it's an in-person, in-arena purchase only. So it's like a limited edition, limited drop, but official Lakers merch. I think it was on the 30th. I'm not, and I think like some of the sizes sold out pretty quick too. But it was just so serendipitous for her as an artist working with Jasmine to like get this merch out, because like our whole thing here is to bring art and NFTs into real life, right? Like, so that was a culmination of all the stuff that she's worked for, the relationships she's built, you know, everything that was essentially absolutely her. And the thing that they're celebrating too, right? The Day of the Dead, you know, and so like, you know, her heritage. And so like, it just meant everything. And like the designs came out so amazing. And then she surprised all the customers that bought it with an AR thing. Like, so she later on put out a tweet where like, if you have it and they use the software that she created with Art House AR, Justin Fredericks, you know, awesome group of people over there. It actually lights up, you know, on camera.
What company's that with Justin? What company's that?
Art House.
Okay. Yeah, I remember Justin. I gotta check that out.
Yeah. Great company. Justin's awesome. And, you know, him and Swicky have been working on a few, I don't know if I should have said that, have been working on things. And like, you know, especially with this drop, it being with the Lakers, you know, I poke fun at it sometimes. I'm like, yeah, we know, you know, BAYC had this BAPE drop, but, you know, did you guys see that Lakers drop?
I mean, yeah, that's freaking massive. Like when I saw that on the timeline, I was blown away. I was like, no freaking way. That is so insane. Like, oh my gosh, Suki is just out here doing the most, and it's amazing to see. Yeah. You love to see it.
Just the work ethic and like the quality level in which she's like paying attention to, right? It's just, the output is amazing. Like, I mean, at times she's sitting there, it's like 3 a.m. I'm like, what are you doing? You should sleep. And she's like, not yet.
Get to bed. Come on. Yeah. So do you think it'll still be in stores for the next VCon when I come to LA again?
I think it's done. It's done. Like it was so amazing. Like we had some of our friends who actually got tickets to go because we were in Hong Kong, right? We couldn't be there. They got tickets, didn't tell us, showed up, sent us pictures and live streams, and like they got these crowds and lines, and you know, one of them were mad because their size got sold out, but too bad. But it was just it was great. Like she got to experience it like that. But since we got back though, we haven't gone to pick up our batch yet. So like when that happens, I'm pretty sure she's gonna cry. Like, and it's gonna be wonderful. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll post photos or something on the timeline. Looking forward to seeing that. But okay, yeah, and I do want to circle back to Hong Kong because I feel like we didn't hear about 8 Fest. And I want to know about 8 Fest. I want to know if your eyes got burnt during the laser performance. I saw they just put out did you see they just put out a tweet?
Yeah, they did. This is their site. They put out a tweet before as well that they were aware of it. This tweet that they just put out today, we're recording on November 8th. They said that they said the exact cause of it, the specific UV light or whatever it was, but Peter can probably speak way better.
Yeah, so
we don't have to,
I mean,
Jenny just made a joke. You don't have to speak about that. Speak about how awesome 8 Fest was. We all know about the eyes.
So my eyes are fine. I can say that. Swicky's eyes are fine. We had a really good time. I mean, aside from the fact that, you know, I think the biggest excitement about 8 Fest was everything surrounding 8 Fest, right? Like when you got to 8 Fest, you kind of knew what you were gonna get, like a highly produced event. You're gonna get a lot of ape themed things and really cool elements and stuff like that. But the X factor was everything surrounding the event. You know, the community events, the city itself, the day after, the activities you do with all the apes from all over the world, you know what I mean? But Ape Fest itself was kind of exactly as it looked. Super highly produced, well organized, well run, and yes, some people got their eyes jacked up. That part's true, but you know they're handling it as they should. So you know, but there was a really cool thing there though. For me anyway, it was when there was this performer called MC Jin that came on. And Mike, you might know this, but like back in the day, like I didn't know this till afterwards, and I felt stupid about this, right? Because like I was such a huge fan of his when he was a Rough Rider, and I don't know if you remember when Jin of the Rough Riders were around, but like that was MC Jin, and I was wondering why I was like enjoying his music so much is because I've always enjoyed his music all the way back to like the early 2000s, right?
Yeah, I remember the Rough Riders really well, and I remember like so DMX and Eve and the Locks were in there. Jadakiss, obviously. And who else? I don't remember Jin so much for some reason.
Jin was, that's the thing. It's like Jin was the first Asian rapper. like in America. So that's why he was like such a thing. He was like such a thing. One of his tracks was called like Learn Chinese or something like that.
What?
And it was really, really good. You guys
Wait, can you rap it for us, please?
Yeah, no. If you do one, that'll be 2 out of 3. If you rap one, then I'll do something too.
No.
Peter.
Different space. We'll go to karaoke for that. Right. No, but like so they had a really good performer. Like obviously, Raving Ape was there as well. DJ Soda, and they had other side things where people can go up to the PC and look at their ape in the other side, as well as BMW was also a sponsor where they traditionally go after artists to create these one-of-one cars, painted by the artist. But they came to Yuga this year, I think, knowing that they were going to be in Hong Kong about like 6 weeks before the event, and they like created this activation where like now this car with all these apes are going to be created, and they had like projection mapping on and everything like that. So it's super cool.
Was it projection? Someone said it wasn't projection. It was projection though, right?
Yeah, it was projection mapping at the event. Like the car itself that's going to come out is probably not. It's not going to be projection map. Like
got it. Okay.
Yeah, but
that was sick looking. That was sick looking, by the way. That BM. Did you see that, Jenny? The BMW.
I didn't actually.
It was really beautiful looking. Because I figured it had to be projection, but they are going to make a real. And then someone said it wasn't, but they are going to make a real one that like actually lights up. So like the car was like all lit up with the apes moving all around it. It was really neat.
Yeah,
really neat.
Yeah, Swiggy has been doing this crazy thing with these Ray-Ban and Meta glasses, and so she's been like capturing all this footage like every day. Like, so if you guys go to like her Twitter page, it's like she's got videos of like Ape Fest, of the NFTBA event, of like our just entire trip there. It's been amazing. If you guys don't know what those glasses are, you guys should check it out.
I probably need to go get those.
Yeah, I'm shilling Ray-Bans right now. So like, are you guys listening? Like, hook it up with a sponsor, maybe.
Wait, I saw glasses that said like "Bored by Kiki" on them.
Those are there was another Kiki ape. She's from Korea, and she created those glasses. So that's her brand. So there's 2 Kikis actually.
You need to sue
what?
her.
There's
you need
2
to sue her. You
oh
need to
hell
sue
no!
Her.
The other one must go. The other one must go.
No. The other Kiki is she's really cool, and they get along, and I think they're having fun with the fact that there's 2 of them.
Wait, is her name actually Kiki, or she like named her ape Kiki as well?
I think her name is Kiki. Although who knows in Web3? Everybody keeps thinking Swicky's name is Kiki, but they're 2 different. They're 2 different beings at this point.
Did you guys throw a NFTBA event there? I saw some footage. I saw Thread Guy like was balling.
Yeah. We hosted a what we call Board Nation Pickup. In celebration of BAYC, in celebration of NFTBA getting their Made by Apes license, we hosted this event where we had just around 3 pickup, one-on-one pickup, free throw contest, 3-point contest, and we gave prizes away, such as the jersey that NFTBA just dropped with round 21, and the BAYC basketballs and stuff like that. So it was really, really lit, man. The court was beautiful. It's called Blake Garden in Hong Kong, and it was. It was phenomenal. We had like 2 courts, and it was a vibe. I think Jen, having been to an NFTBA event, I think she knows what we're all about, and it's really, really vibing.
Oh yeah, it's a vibe. I'm wearing my NFTBA custom jersey right now. The back says Jenny from the blockchain because I did help co-MC one of the NFTBAs because my sister couldn't make it. I was the backup plan because Steph's really good at that, and I'm not really that good. But I appreciate you guys for inviting me out, regardless.
I don't know. I mean, like I thought. I mean, you guys are pretty much professionals at this point. You're like.
I vlogged it though. The vlog was good.
Yeah, you vlogged it. You're like a VCon regular now, on main stage and stuff like that. So it's like,
yeah, they fly her in first class, like nice hotel. You should see where they have Andy and I staying. Jeez.
Oh, Peter laughed at your joke, Michael. Let's go.
That's because I believe it. It's probably true. But it's like we have a pro here, like emceeing a little, basketball tournament, right? After she's done like VCon and stuff like that. So you're definitely built for it.
All right. Well, I'll take the compliment. Thank you. And I know Michael had a question about the.
I want to talk. Yeah, I want to talk about the jerseys you guys did because I heard you on Coffee with Captain last week. I've been following IYK. I was following, when 9DCC did their activation. I thought it was awesome at Art Basel last year. I didn't know that was IYK until the whole Marfa thing, and they kind of went public. But so you guys worked with them. I want to hear about what that's like, what the jersey does, what your plans for it are, what you think of IYK, all that. I'm really interested.
So the first thing I'm going to say about the jerseys, it's legitimately a commemoration and celebration of the BAYC community, right? And it's the sequel to essentially Round 21's first drop. And I think there's been a lot of critique about well, this isn't BAYC or something like that, right? But I think one of the biggest things that we focused on for 2 years now was how do we carry something out in the spirit of BAYC, right? Because we know that BAYC has, evolved, pivoted, morphed. It's like if they were to drop anything sports related right now, it doesn't even make sense, right? And at the end of the day, it was, really using the tools that Yuga empowered us with, which is the point of all this, right? To create something that kind of symbolizes everything that this club is about. So the jersey is an NFTBA jersey. It's reversible. One side's black, one side's green. Obviously, one represents the Bored Ape aesthetic, one represents the MAYC aesthetic, so it's inspired by that. But what's cool about it is that it's powered by IYK, which is there's this tradition for jersey swapping and jersey signing, right? And we've managed to essentially take that experience on chain. And what I mean is there's an IYK NFC chip at the bottom left corner on the black side. And what happens is for example, if you see Gordon and you're like, hey, can you sign my jersey? He taps it, connects his wallet, signs it. And then his signature, you literally use your finger and you sign the screen. Then his signature is on the blockchain, which is synonymous to that jersey. So now that whole thing is commemorated and that's all that there is to it. It's the utility and the act of actually signing jerseys like a yearbook, and for us, it was the best combination of sports, merch, tech, and the spirit of the actual culture and community, as well as, showcasing what Round 21's been trying to do for so long, it's for the community essentially. So that's where we're at. And that's where this jersey came from.
That is sick. That's a great idea. See, I heard you guys, but I was kind of working at the same time. And I didn't know that. I didn't know exactly what the chip did because I know those chips can do a lot of different things. That's really cool. So when you say, so he taps it, he connects his wallet. What do you mean by connects his wallet?
I want to say it's, so they have this thing called a signature module, which kind of, and IYK should probably speak on this more than I can, right? But my understanding
no doubt. Yeah.
Is that it connects to that module, which is the app. And then from there, they have their own, not custodial wallets, but an NFT that essentially serves as a wallet, right? Mm-hmm. And from there, they're able to use that module like a signature tab, essentially. And then it kind of just I want to say not like a soulbound token, but again, I don't want to butcher this, but it's to that sentiment right there. Using that module to sign a jersey, which kind of lays it onto the blockchain.
Yeah. So I'll figure out the exact, since I heard you guys and Austin was on there, I actually got my own IYK chips that I'm excited to play with and do some cool things. Those guys are awesome. I saw those ID cards. I love those ID cards. You just you're running around, you just tap it, and then the people connect to you wherever you're at a game or an event. They're doing really cool stuff. They just partnered with Adidas. That's cool that you guys are working with them.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? Between IYK and Round 21 and, obviously Jasmine Maya, one of my favorite people in the space, extremely well respected, by including myself, right? They are so devoted and committed to making sure this works. And I think so much goes unnoticed, but to actually see this happen and to be a part of it, it's just been awesome. It's just been awesome.
That's so cool. And do you put the signatures on the jersey or it's just kind of something that's attached? I'm wondering if there's a visual to it. I don't know. I think it's really cool. I'm just asking, I don't know if that's even available right now.
So we can't say much about that. We do know that you can see it on the blockchain, like who signed this jersey, right?
Okay.
But there's obviously going to be a visual element that's possible. I'm not going to confirm any of that stuff on this interview, but there are things that, you know, we're working on and we're talking about that would help commemorate essentially, you know, what's happening right now.
Nice. And then you can reprogram the chips in the future to say like, hey, we're holding a party. Anybody that comes to the party with this jersey, get in for free. You can do that too, right? Yeah. That's it's so cool. Those things are so awesome. I don't know. IYK, what they told me is at least they're garment graded. They're supposed to last 50 years, machine washable, all that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be next level as far as like durability goes.
It's a great product, for sure. Good stuff.
They're killing it for sure.
That's crazy. We've been saying we need to have IYK on. So
I know. I'm gonna ask because they are killing it. They are killing it. They just got a nice $17 million raise.
Oh,
they did. Yeah.
Not bad. Okay, IYK, if you want to sponsor the pod,
let us know.
They did some pretty cool stuff with art at Marfa too, and you know, I think
that's when I first started seeing everybody saying IYK. That's when I first started seeing it, and I took notice.
Yeah, no, they're obviously devoted to like building stuff, right? And in different facets too, right? Like this is merch and sports, and then Morphe was like art, and interactions and engagements and stuff like that. So it's really cool. They're doing some really cool stuff.
Have you been able to see their platform yet? Because I have not. I don't know if people have. I think there's a limited amount of people that have access to it because they have like a platform now that's going to be coming out. That's almost like kind of like the manifold of for NFC.
Yeah, so I'm not too familiar with the platform. I have seen snippets of it. We have, you know, at least internally, we've seen kind of like the direction they want to take it. So, but I can't really speak on, you know, their actual platform as of right now.
For sure. Cool.
I also don't represent them in case anybody's wondering.
Speaking of representing, so you're on the Bored Ape Yacht Club Council, and I want to hear about how you're. Oh, I'm like, why'd you turn your camera off for a second?
I'll see you later.
Oh, he pretended to dip on us, folks. And not that you're representing Bored Apes, but I want to hear how your experience has been on the council. That's all.
I mean, it's been a lot of work, right? Like there's a fine line between knowing what we can do and striking like a fair balance to, you know, execute some of these things. I think we spent a good amount of time at the beginning kind of organizing and figuring out who it is that we are first and foremost and what it is that we can do. And we know that IRL events are kind of like marquee things in this space. So I think what we wanted to do was create some sort of infrastructure where we could support some of that stuff, right? And we've done it for like about a year now. I think starting with Basil from last year. And so that experience has been really, really eye-opening because, you know, seeing everybody's strengths in the council and then kind of like seeing how the community reacts. And I think I remember too, like when the council was first announced, there was like a lot of mixed feelings, right? There was like why these guys and all that stuff. And I don't know, again, like if Josh went into any of this stuff in previous episodes, right? But the council was actually an idea that was conceived like right after the first Ape Fest. You know, it was like, you know, Gordon, founders, and myself and Josh, and we were like, how can we do something more official? You know, so if there's ever any questions as to why certain people are on it, well, at least for Josh and I, is because, well, we thought of it. We thought of it, right? Like, and you got also like help bring that to life. So seeing kind of like how that transpired and then kind of like making sure that everybody kind of understands that we're here for them as opposed to this isn't a position to like, you know, gain any sort of advantage or anything like that. You know, that was going to be the biggest challenge. And so far, I think it's been okay. I think it's been working out. We were able to give a ton of money out to support a lot of communities. So I think in that sense, I think we did okay. I think we did pretty good, actually.
Hey, actually, he did not talk about how you guys like literally like came up with that idea because you guys were already helping them. And then you're like, hey, how can we make this a little more official? And bam, community council started not too long after. So that's cool to know. I didn't even really know that. Or maybe I did at one point, but I don't know. I forgot it. Now I know again.
Maybe I shouldn't have told you guys, but like, you know, it. I don't know. At this...
No, I'm glad that you said that. Like, yeah, Put some respect on their name, people. Come on.
But the truth is, like, this is that type of community, right? Like, it's permissionless, right? Like, you do things because you want to and you said so. It's like you're not asking for permission to do anything. That's exactly not how all this got started anyway. So, like, we just did stuff for the most part, and it worked out.
That's honestly the coolest thing about Bored Ape Yacht Club is people in the community just literally do things for the like you said in Hong Kong. I've heard all these stories about people, like you said, people taking them out, taking them to restaurants, taking them to parties, and like even here I'm very active in the Magic City Apes in Miami, and like they'll just like Avi who has a distillery, he'll just host everybody, throw a big party, open up the bar, like they just do. It's really awesome. Like all the Bored Apes are like that. It's really definitely cool.
Yeah, 100%. I think people forget that though. Like it didn't start off with like you telling people or telling the apes what to do, right? Like the apes just did things, and then you kind of ran with it after the fact. You know what I mean? So that has to come back, and I think it's starting to. Like this Ape Fest, that's what it looks like. What's happening? It
is starting. Well, shout out to Gordon for peeking his head out and seeming to be getting healthier and buying a whole bunch of NFTs and making like some jokes.
Trails from every collection.
I know. Good for him, man. He's getting some cool stuff. He's picking nice stuff.
This is the ape man doing fucking ape things, man. Like, that's what
totally,
we need.
Yeah. Totally. I know. Like the PS also Clubhouse. That was definitely Gordon was like, if you're gonna put something out, at least throw him a bone.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that.
Because he said, well, about a week later, he said, I've been consulting a little bit recently. Hopefully my presence has been felt. So I know that's what he had to be alluding to. Had to be.
Oh, I mean, I would, again, I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody but myself, but I would say that's a pretty good guess.
Yeah, no doubt. So the council, I know there's elections coming up in December. How's it work? Do you guys have to run? Are you going to run? I don't even know how many are seats
for president.
Grabs.
So there's actually, the council that's running is actually for ApeCoin DAO. So there's an ApeCoin special council.
Okay.
And then there's the BAYC
it's
council.
A special council. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because my friend Aaron Haber announced his
Aaron?
he's running today. Yeah, you know Aaron?
Yeah.
Aaron, yeah. Oh yeah, you guys probably worked. He does Below Board, and I know you guys sponsored their event. Yeah, for sure. Aaron's a good dude, but he's running for the ApeCoin DAO special council. Give him a shout out.
That's gonna be what's it
gonna be?
Brace yourselves. It's gonna be tiring is what it is, watching Swicky kind of go through it.
Swicky's running also.
No, she ran in the last one.
She ran, yeah.
Watching. I remember that. Yeah.
No, she's not running again. I think the fatigue of campaigning and just being on spaces constantly and having
it was messed up. It was messed up, and talking to these people like you're like, it was a weird vibe. I definitely saw that for the last one. It was a weird thing for sure.
Yeah,
because it's a like, what is the salary on that? It's a real salary, 6 figures, right?
I think it got cut in half recently, so it's still 6 figures, but I think it went from 250 to like 1 something or something like that.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
So, but running and campaigning, it's a marathon.
Who else is running? Anybody else that's
I just got back from Hong Kong, man.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Actually,
he's out of loop. He's in vacation mode still.
He's like, all right, relax with the political talk. Let's get back to something funny.
No, yeah, I can imagine how hectic that probably is.
Yeah. You said, to be honest with you, like, just even talking about the Ape Castle looks like it's stressing you out. Like,
I mean, it doesn't really stress me out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
I know
good.
I'm stressed out for them because there's some council members who are not even like seeking like a second term, right? Like, because they rather do something else. I think the job, most people aren't sure what it is, and I'm not sure if it's made for everybody, but they'll find out soon enough.
I got you.
I don't mean to sound all cryptic either, though. They'll find out soon.
Yeah. They'll find
They'll
out.
find
soon
out.
enough.
Oh damn!
They need to learn for themselves.
No learn. See,
Yeah, no,
That's
but
funny.
it seems like work. Seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, but speaking of the opposite of work, party. Okay, that was bad. The other block, I mean, obviously that was a lot of work because you guys put on the freaking events. And I know you threw in LA and Miami. I didn't get to go to the LA one, but I did go to the Miami one. And I will say it was the best like Bored Ape party I've been to. And I know it's not like a Bored Ape fest, but it was freaking bomb. You guys did an amazing job. Giant space. There was a lot to do. You had Bored and Hungry there. Like it was just, it was so fun. You guys are like the best at throwing events. And I'm wondering if you can speak on Other Block and how that was and if there's going to be another one coming soon.
Possibly. I mean, like there's always a possibility that another Other Block is coming. But the Other Block was very, very organic and it came from a really, really, really good place as far as what our intentions were, right? And if people don't realize, like Swiggy and myself specifically, the things we built, they're not event really just for events, right? They're for the most part platforms. If you think about like the NFTBA, it's so that the community can be showcased on a platform. If you think about the Other Block and Space Dust and like the Lost Legends events, a lot of those things have to do with highlighting a lot of other people, which, wouldn't otherwise get a chance. So the Other Block came from just kind of an evolution of like the NFTBA to like Space Dust, and to kind of just, again, celebrate the ape community by showcasing a bunch of IP and infusing a lot of culture in it. And I think that's kind of where the messages kind of get lost, is that, they think this is a party, but like, if you really look at it, it's actually a platform, to showcase, artists, food, IP, so on and so forth. And
yeah, I remember you guys had Spotty and I forget the other guy's name, like performing. Like there was a ton of different collaborations within the Bored Ape community of like other people utilizing their IP. And yeah, you guys did a great job kind of putting that together and having a lot of people be a part of it. And you're right, showcasing them and giving them a platform. I love how you worded that.
Yeah, and I mean, it started with like Miami locals, right? Like legends like Rock Soul and his partner Christy, who are in the scene, and I don't mean like the Bored Ape scene or the Web3 scene. I mean, like they're artists, they're musicians, they're actual people that's part of the Miami culture. And it's like, if we're going to go to Miami, we're going to tap into that and we're going to harness some of that, right? So, so being who they are in Miami, regardless of Web3, made us, really, really genuine and made us, really uphold the right type of culture. And we kind of just harnessed that. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was a party. I'm not saying it wasn't a party, but it was about like everybody's experience, essentially, through art, through IP.
Yeah. Other Block was sick. That venue, Fun Dimension, I think it's called, is really, really nice. It was outdoor, indoor, so much.
Oh, I
do.
was crushing at the basketball arcade. I was freaking crushing.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great venue.
Yep, yeah. I couldn't get into the VIP area, so I couldn't speak on that. Jenny was probably in there.
There wasn't even a VIP area.
Yeah, there was that whole that you wouldn't know. They just let you in. It was VIP.
I just walked wherever I wanted.
There was no VIP. Half the outside was VIP.
Yeah,
they were like, "No, you can't go in."
And Peter's like, "Oh, Jenny, come on in."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jenny, welcome.
No, yeah, that's right. Peter gave me a special bracelet. Yeah. He's like, "Oh, I got you. You're VIP." Oh yeah.
That party was well done. Like everything about it. Everybody was there having fun. The weather was perfect. It was a perfect place. That was really cool. All the art outside.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, the favorite part for the Other Block was, it was essentially kind of like a vision that we've tried and we've had before. Like if you think about even going all the way back to the meetups and who we try to involve and stuff like that, there's always been an element of art, with Swiggy being who she is, and our collective Space Dust having founders being who they are, right? Graffiti, streetwear culture, all that stuff. It's always been a thing. Like we had break dancers and all that stuff, infused into the entire event. So like that was kind of when it kind of manifested. And it kind of it was just so organic, you know, and so that's why, again, like we went back to back just because like it got so much positive, you know, feedback.
Let's go. All right, we're coming up on our hour here. Michael, you have any last minute questions before we get into our final segment?
No, let's get into our final segment. Let's see if you can handle it.
All right. Let's see if you can handle it. That 2-hour sleep brain. I don't know, Peter. I don't know. Get your energy drink.
All right, let me take a drink real quick. Hang on.
I think he just sipped soda water. So so basically Gas Wars is what we call it, and we each ask 5 rapid fire questions each that don't have to do with the NFT space. So just kind of getting to know Peter Fang a little bit better. So be nervous.
I came like, you know, ready, professional to answer questions, and then you guys are just gonna do this. Okay. All right, let's do it.
All right. I'm gonna go first here. This one's a fun one that I've never asked before. In honor of Halloween being recent, what is one of your favorite past Halloween costumes?
So I'm usually a low effort guy. So one year I actually gave a little effort and I was the Joker, and Swiki was Harley Quinn. So I think that one was really, really cool. Yeah.
When was that? Was that like the year it like came out and it was like everybody was that? Or was it
No, it was like 2014, 15, 16.
Okay.
So it was a little after, maybe. A little after.
That was when Jenny was in elementary school then.
That's
yeah.
not true.
She was probably still...
That's college. Anyway.
Such a baby. Okay, yeah. So I would say that Joker outfit was pretty cool.
Nice.
That's what's up. Who is your favorite stand-up comedian?
Oh my God, there's so many. Dave Chappelle, bar none.
Nice.
Like I grew up on Dave. You know, I think he's just epic on every level, and
he's
he hits
amazing.
all the right
Yeah. I go back and forth between him and Carlin as my top.
Yeah, I mean, Carlin's another animal too.
Yeah,
like,
Carlin still stands the test of time. If you listen to his old stuff from the 70s and the 80s, you're like, wow, that dude was smart. Like, his stuff stands up. Carlin's amazing. Jenny never even heard of George Carlin.
Yeah.
Do you even know who George Carlin is? Oh my God, I am going to be. That is
Googling him right now.
You should. I
probably do know him. I just
listen to some of his classic comedy hours. Like, he is something special.
I mean, he broke a lot of barriers, man. Like, just like the way he I mean, like, he was probably one of the first, just like the most gangster raunchy dudes of all time. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he was different in his own right. So absolutely, like, I love that.
Yeah. His famous thing was the 7 words they won't let you say on TV. It was like,
oh yeah,
like shit, fuck, cocksucker, motherfucker. And it was like a whole list of things.
Yeah. He kept saying
it's a classic bit. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
George Carlin for the youngsters. Bring him up.
George Carlin. All right, folks. We gotta look him up.
Go ahead, Jenny.
What is your favorite video game?
NBA 2K any year. Like, I just love that game ever since it came out. But if we're going like something that's not sports, I'd have to go with Metal Gear. Like, if we're talking if we're talking console. I mean, obviously, like there's different things. Like, there's like PC games, console games.
I love if we're talking console. If we're talking, okay, what about if we're talking PC?
I mean, like first person shooter.
Dookie Dash. Dookie. How are you not saying Dookie Dash right now?
What? It's because it brings back memories, man. Of sleepless nights. I do love Dookie Dash. Like, I had our family like play Dookie Dash too. Like, they thought it was awesome.
It was fun. I played a lot of Dookie Dash in this. I played a lot of Dookie Dash.
Yeah, 100%.
Didn't Zach like win something? Like, did he end up winning?
That was Apes versus Mutants.
That was different. Oh,
that was the first game that came out.
Oh,
but I think he won like a bong or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was grinding so hard because he's like a major stoner, a mutual friend of ours, and he literally like wanted that bong. He's like, I need the bong.
Yeah, I love Zach.
Yeah, he's funny.
All right, my turn. What is an art form that you wish you were good at?
Oh, that's easy. I wish I could play the drums. Like, I just want to like smash out because then I'll also be like fit, you know what I mean? And I'll look hella cool when it's like in slow motion and stuff like that. And I like everything starts with the drums, man. It's like the beats and everything like that, right? Like, I don't know. I wish I would have taken up drum lessons like for sure when I was younger.
Nice. Okay, favorite food.
Oh my God. Why did you ask me that? Can we have like a favorite food for like?
Okay, favorite food for lunch. Just kind of random, but.
Okay. I mean, I love tacos and burritos. I love Mexican food. I just love Mexican food. Yeah. I would have to go with that if it's for lunch.
Okay. Well, I'm curious about dinner.
Nah, that's not. Is that your next question?
Fine. No.
What's your favorite museum?
My favorite what?
Museum? Why does nobody? I ask this question all the time. I know. I ask it because I'm like, people don't understand what I'm saying. Museum? Is that what I'm supposed to say?
Are you talking about museums?
Museum. What am I saying?
Sound it out with me. Museum.
Museum.
That's the first time I ever heard. Where are you from, man?
Museum. I'm from Philadelphia.
Museum.
Museum.
No, that doesn't make any sense, man.
What word?
I don't have a favorite museum. I know museums.
Museum? What is it?
Museum? I don't even have a favorite one. No favorite.
I mean, this is probably just like a nerd geeky thing. I like the Museum of Natural History in New York.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm more like a Nat Geo type of guy.
Yeah, I hear that. Yep.
Yeah. So he's different.
Yeah, she probably loves museums. She's probably always dragging me to museums.
She was like, we're at the Louvre in Paris, and she was like, "Oh man, this is this and this. Look at the whatever it is that we're looking at." I'm like, "Yo, this is where that dude got shot in the Da Vinci Code." It's like that's who we are.
Nice.
What is a book that changed your life?
Changed my life?
A life-changing book.
I mean, I thought Mike Tyson's Undisputed was really, really good. Like Mike Tyson's, he's one of my, heroes. It's kind of given like his story and everything like that, right? Also, I remember watching him beat the shit out of fools when I was a kid, and he was just like godly to me, But I think that book was so honest, that it just, I don't know, it felt empowering for the most part, and like some of the things he said was very, very humbling as well. You got to really, really get a sense of who he was, and so I'm a sucker for like a good story.
Love that. Yeah, I love a nice memoir, a nice inspiring memoir. It makes me feel like, yes, I'm going to go out and change the world.
Yeah, I mean, I love like the Black Mamba's book. I love the 11 Rings from Phil Jackson. So like those are the kind of books I read, right? It's like more motivational than anything.
Ooh, you should read Arnold Schwarzenegger's book, Total Recall. That one is so good. That one is insane. Like, he's a freaking beast. And he's like reinvented himself so many times too. It's crazy.
He is one of the, I actually have that on the list. Like, he's one of my other heroes too, like that I grew up. I love Arnold. Arnold.
Yeah.
Total Recall is a great movie. That's a great movie.
Oh, it was a movie?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I knew watched the movie.
I know, dude. I'm telling you, I've been going through this for 2 years, Peter. I've been going through this.
Mike, man, what are you doing?
Trust me, bro.
You're babysitting right now.
It's unbelievable.
Mike, you know what? I do have a funny story for you though. Like, so the first weekend that I met Jen, they did come over to my house. We ordered some sandwiches and they sat there and watched Independence Day for the first time.
Nice.
Like, for the first time, I'm like,
that was the second time I came over to your house.
I mean, Jen didn't know who BB King was. Yeah. Somebody brought up BB King.
I still don't know who that is.
Oh my God.
It's a legend.
I mean, but no, you guys know that I don't even watch movies as it is. So that's not even fair. Even if I would have been.
So some random movie from like 92, you're like, I didn't see that. Yeah.
To be fair, I haven't seen most movies. All right. So I haven't seen The Notebook. I haven't seen, Anyway. All right, Michael, you're up.
All right, my turn. What is the best compliment you've ever received?
Ooh.
I don't know if I ever told anybody this actually. Actually, it just kind of popped back into my mind. So after the first Other Block event, I was talking to Gordon, and, they had just did 8 Fest in June, and then they had just did their Miami event, which had their own criticisms and stuff like that. And when I was, and one of the things he said to me was, what we did with the other block was deeply inspiring. And so that was probably the best compliment I ever had. Like that I can remember.
Aw.
amazing.
All right. My last question is, what was your first job ever?
Like legally or
I
like,
mean, what was your illegally first
so
job?
my aunt had like a restaurant and she used to make my ass like bus tables and like, you know,
How
I thought
old?
it was, I mean, starting at the age of like 10.
Damn.
I mean, but like, it's not as bad as you think it sounds. Like I have free soda constantly and like she had like a buffet. So I was like, I would just go at lunch
That's
and I would,
fun. You make a few
Free
bucks, go
food.
buy some basketball cards. I know the deal. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I don't know if I got paid, but
Ah,
Oh
But it
my
was-
god.
no, I took
we'll
orders on
feed
the
you.
phone.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't complain.
That's
I got to
funny.
hang out with like my cousin, just eat.
Yeah. Well, what about your first official job
I worked
or
at
legal?
I worked at a bank. As you know, so you know when you get back in the day, Jen, I don't know if you're aware of this, but like people used to send checks or things to like a PO box, right? Those
She's
go
like, "What's
to-
a check? What's a check?"
Yeah,
I know
so, like-
exactly what a check is, and I know exactly what a PO box is.
like to pay
Continue.
for like magazines or services or whatever. So like whatever account it is, that it goes to this place called the like a lockbox center. And so there would be like thousands and thousands of mail that goes there, and I would be one of those people processing those, like opening the
Wait.
envelopes.
So if I was like, I want to subscribe to this magazine, I have to send in a check to and send it to physically send a check.
Yeah,
To
how
a
else
PO
would you
box.
pay?
And
There's
wait
no
for the
internet.
shop
How
right
else
now.
would you
That's-
pay? There's no internet. How else would you pay for it?
That's crazy. Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, I guess if it's not like a physical store, because like it's some type of
Listen, for those of us who were born in the late 1900s, all right, like for those of us who were born in the late 1900s, like that was life, man. Like we had to write things with our hands, you know, use
Ooh.
paper.
Wait, I was born in 1995. That's the late 1900s.
Oh,
Yeah, you
boy.
were like late 1900s.
Yeah.
Late on the. Wow, wait, but
I
that
mean-
is so crazy. So when did that stop being a thing? Because I don't ever remember.
Well,
that.
the internet. So the internet, like I went to college at Penn State in 1997. We, God forbid you wanted to go anywhere, like get directions from somebody, you would have to call them. And where's your house? You're driving down, and there's going to be a big, huge CVS on the left. If you go past that, you see a green house, you went too far, you got to turn around, make a right at the CVS. Like you had to and have it written down. And then we got MapQuest, which was the
MapQuest.
next step where you could
remember MapQuest.
print your directions.
You print it out
which was
before
a-
you drive.
Right, before you drive, which was a step up. And now nobody knows where they're going. They're just the phone just tells them. And it's
You have to look at the odometer too, right? Like this is 0.75 miles.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. You're going
Odometer.
right. You're going
It's like-
9.1 miles. You're resetting the trip odometer every time. Exactly.
Holy shit! I didn't realize this was that kind of show, man.
No,
I'm
but
gonna
that's
leave the
so-
show feeling.
But that is so crazy how fast technology has progressed,
Yeah.
right? Like
That doesn't
what?
even make sense to you. That
Yeah.
doesn't even make sense to you.
No, forget it. Me, a high schooler now.
Oh,
I would have
God,
no idea
yeah.
any of the words you're saying. At least I know the words. But yeah, that's so bizarre.
This is depressing. So why did you bring me on here? Like now it's
Oh my god.
All right, I have one more question. I would like to know where you took Swicky on your first date.
Aw.
oh gosh. One of the first dates, I don't remember exactly the first date actually. I took her to Vegas one night.
Whoa.
Okay, but they were friends for
Whoa.
so many years before they
Yeah.
started dating, by the
Yeah,
way.
right.
Okay,
So-
okay, I got you.
Literally,
so you were
for like a
all right,
decade
this
they were
time
friends.
we're going to Vegas.
Yeah. So we were friends way before we started dating. As a matter of fact, really just legit,
Nice.
good friends. But yeah, I think one of the first dates that I remember taking her on was, hey, you want to go to Vegas real fast? And so we just went to Vegas, partied, and came home, and it was 9 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah,
The rest
that's
is
pretty
history.
Well, the rest is history, folks.
Yep. And then,
That's how
and then
you
out.
do. That's how you do it, boys.
That's how you do
wanna,
it. Take
you
them
just-
to Vegas.
You want to go to Vegas real fast. That's all you gotta
Yeah.
say.
All the
You want to
bougie
go to Vegas
clubs.
real fast. Yep.
Yeah, get in this car. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the line. You want to go to Vegas real fast. That's like the best pickup line of all time.
Want to go to Vegas with me?
It
Want to go to
worked.
Vegas real fast?
It worked. It worked.
It worked.
I'll literally buy a plane ticket right now. Let's go.
No, you guys probably drove.
Whoa.
You guys
Whoa.
probably
Oh, yeah,
plane
drove.
ticket.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah,
I
you
don't
guys-
want to like throw it all out there all
Well,
quick.
I'm
you know what I
coming
mean?
from
It's like-
Miami. I'm planning for myself. I'm like thinking if I'm out and about and I see somebody.
Sir, you're married.
Oh my God. Andy, bleep that out. Andy, bleep that out.
For me,
What is
right, for
going
me.
on here?
You could just be like, you want to go to Fort Lauderdale real fast?
Yeah,
you know
right.
what
You
I
want
mean?
to go
It's
to
like-
Miami?
Yeah, Miami's right there. That's already so
Want to go
exciting.
South Beach?
I mean, that's a great place.
Would you like to go to the grocery store? That's where I
The
spend most of my time.
grocery.
Yeah,
That's
I go
where
to
we
the
go.
grocery store. Would you like to go to the yoga studio?
That's where we go now. We go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And that's
Now,
that's
see, I
what,
don't
like,
go to the grocery store. That's the next wave is no grocery store. You just order all your groceries online and they get delivered right
Yeah,
to
no,
your
there's
apartment.
a problem. There's a problem with that because my wife does that and she orders our the fruits and vegetables, the produce, and half the time she's like, and I wouldn't have picked this one. And
That's
I'm
what
like,
my mom says
that's-
because she's very
That's
picky.
what
She
happens
said
if
you pick
somebody
the
else.
perfect one.
That's
I'm
what
like, I
happens
don't
if somebody
care,
else
like-
picks your.
Yeah,
stuff.
but
Well,
for
no.
me, I'm not like, oh my God, this one has a bruise.
Mhm.
Like, I'm just like, whatever. Like, I'll still eat it.
We get a lot of like raspberries and strawberries for the kids. You gotta be careful with the raspberries.
Yeah, if
Raspberries
they're-
are like,
If there's like
Yeah.
mold on them or something.
well,
I feel
yeah.
that.
Man, your bar is really low, man. You got to figure it out, dude. Like, come on, man. Like, if there's mold, then maybe not. But everything else, like, I'm okay. Nah, man.
No, but okay, Peter, I recently got a juicer and I've been juicing, and fruit doesn't have to be perfect if you literally just put it in a juicer and you juice it. So that's why I'm not really that picky. Plus, I have a farmer's market next to my house, and I usually on the weekends walk there. But for other stuff too, like tofu, pasta, whatever. So
I feel like you brought me on here to just make me feel bad about myself. She's like, look at you, you old ass. And then she's like, I got all this fruit next to me. I just walk to the store. It's like,
what?
That's
No,
messed-
Peter, that was me trying to get you to come, you and Suki to come visit me.
I don't
Woo!
even know where you're at.
Wow. Well, I'm not going to say on the pod, but
Oh,
I'm in
that's right.
Texas. You know where I'm at.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Bleep, bleep.
No, Peter knows where I'm at. He just
I forgot.
forgets sometimes.
There was a
It's been
while
a
early
while.
on. There was a while early on where I was messing around and saying cities in Texas where she didn't live, but then I was saying, well, after a while, I'll say too many of them. It'll narrow it down. So
yeah,
stopped
I was
doing
really
that.
hoping Andy bleeps
Yeah.
that episode out when you did that one time.
Dude,
But
But I
People
was
like-
saying weird cities like El Paso. Like people know you don't live in El Paso.
what if I could have lived in El Paso?
Like
no,
Martha.
Yeah.
She lives-
Marfa.
There's an L beep. It's like, oh, what?
El Papip.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, we're not gonna keep Peter forever here. He's gotta get back to sleep, fix his sleep schedule.
Oh, there's no sleeping tonight, guys.
What, you
sleeping
pulling an all
tonight.
nighter? What are you doing tonight?
I mean, right now, technically, it's like what is it, like my afternoon over there in Asia?
Oh
We spent a
no.
lot of time in Asia, man. So, like, anyway, I'll figure it out, guys. No worries.
Well, right
You'll
now
figure it
it's almost 11 a.m. in Hong Kong right now.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, but you don't wake up early.
Yeah,
You
and
don't-
you're in LA now. You got to get over. You got to get past the jet lag. You got to go
Alright.
to sleep at a regular time. And
You go to
Yeah,
sleep late. Don't you go to sleep late?
I go to sleep late, but I do get up a lot earlier now. Like, there's just a lot to do, but we don't have to get into that.
Okay, just make sure you're getting at least 7 hours because I listened to a whole podcast about sleep. You can start getting delirious. There's just a lot of bad side effects. So, make sure you're getting your sleep, Peter.
sleep is really important.
you know, I was gonna say something earlier too, but like there's just been so much going on, and I don't know why I'm off on this tangent now, but like there's just been so much going on, like well, with work, but with like Web3, and then like,
And well,
Go ahead.
one last thing. What's happening for Basel this year? You guys got anything going on?
well, the first thing I want to flag is that there's so much going on at Basel this year.
There is
Already,
already.
right?
Yep.
So we're going to come shut it down. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. If you guys are listening, I'm kidding. We haven't confirmed anything. No, we haven't decided on anything specifically, but we do know that there are some amazing things going on already.
Ooh.
So, yeah, there's some cool. I've already started hearing some cool stuff. No comment.
To Mike, I should just be like, I should just tell you like no comment before you even ask any questions.
I know.
I say anything.
See, Michael, he's always trying to get a little.
I do try and get information. I do try and ask pointed questions and try and get some info out of there. But
he's sneaky.
I know. I think I slipped a few times already during the show.
Yes.
You'll hear about it.
You'll hear. It's good. Nothing bad. You didn't say anything crazy, but
no, I think I didn't say anything at all. Actually, I think I did good.
Yeah. No, you did do good because Peter is quite the storyteller. So I'm glad he didn't share any crazy stories.
And this is probably the longest episode Jenny's been involved with in a long time as well. Oh. So she must really like you if she went for this long.
But yeah, of course. I love Peter. He's the best. But yeah, I usually am like, all right, 1 hour, time to wrap it up.
Let me see which story of Jen's can I tell real quick.
Now we're talking.
Oh my God, I can't say any of them. I'm gonna just leave that. I'm gonna leave that. I just really don't want to start that. I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, there's some things. there's some stories, for sure.
I can tell you that what I admire most about Jen is her decisiveness and her resolve in her decision making. She's like, fuck it, it is what it is.
Oh yeah, that one time when we talked on the phone, I know what you're referencing. Yeah, I can be a bit savage. My mom, she says that about me too. She's like, Jen, you can be really savage sometimes. I'm like, oops, I'll get it from my dad.
Will you please tell Steph that we say hello and we miss her and we love her?
Yes, I will. I'll let Steph know. I'm gonna see her soon. I'm going to her for Thanksgiving, so.
Amazing. Yeah. And Mike, hopefully we'll talk soon, but like we'll do it off camera so I can actually tell you stuff.
That's what's up. Yeah, right. My man, good to see you, bud. This was a lot of fun, Peter. Hope to see you in Miami next month.
Yeah, no, it was great. Thank you so much for this, guys. I usually super private, but anything for you guys.
Hey, yes, thank you so much, Peter, for joining us, and hopefully all of you listening enjoyed this episode, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace.
NFTGM, Girls Mafia, let's go. You come and rock with us. It's the NFT Girls Mafia. Swicky newbie and the pseudos, ain't no stopping them. CT and Preeti, yeah, they bossing up. Got Sarah and Tatiana going hard as fuck. It's the NFT Girls Mafia. Swicky newbie and the pseudos, ain't no stopping them. CT and Preeti, yeah, they bossing up. Got Sarah and Tatiana. If you ain't fucking with these chicks, better switch up quick. They taking over everything they do is a hit. Come through with that FUD, then you end up on the hit list. Got so many apes, that's bananas in the clip. Spanning across the globe, but I swear you'd never know. Cause they got each other's backs like they going in the war. Started making nothing, now they got the whole world in they palm. All your favorite Twitter spaces got the Girls Mafia rolling deep. Caught the whole space sleeping, can only build in silence for so long, now they screaming. Working through the weekends and late into the evenings. Alpha everywhere, better follow if you seek it. Ladies night streams, yeah you know they stay hype. Pull up, drop some knowledge and they party same night. Got it down to a science, yeah they got their game tight. Up early next morning, grind time, it's insane, right? You come and rock with us, it's the NFT Girls Mafia. Swicky newbie and the pseudos, ain't no stopping them. CT and Preeti, yeah they bossing up. Got Sarah and Tatiana going hard as fuck. It's the NFT Girls Mafia. Swicky newbie and the pseudos, ain't no stopping them. CT and Preeti, yeah they bossing up. Got Sarah and Tatiana going. Wrap it up, then you know it's almost over. Evaluating markets, got her wallet looking kosher. Swicky ride with Kiki, space us in graffiti. Munch with D Cavero, yeah she making it look easy. Steph like let's go, Crip Toys about to go insane. Fully doxed and she dominate the Twitch game. Newbie chief of staff, but still coming for your ass. Better come correct or she'll fudge you off the map. Then there's corporate trash, freelance like 10 gigs. Twitter queen, best memes and alpha boss shit. Pretty laid back in the cut, but the whole while she been a low-key whale. Check her profile. Sarah always shining bright, no wonder that she's a star girl. Bored Ape Salon, turn your ape into a star girl. Tatiana, powerhouse without a doubt. Ninja warrior, pro athlete, yo, I'm losing count.
Steph Pseudo, let's go, yeah, remember the name. Yeah, I'm bullish on myself, yeah, I'm setting the pace. Used to own some crypto kitties, yeah, back in the day. It was 2018, damn, I lost my C phrase. Bounce back, top shot, got me back in the game. Sweeping moments with my twin Jenny from the blockchain. With my family having fun, hosting ladies night. NFTGM, yo, that's the squad for life.
Come rock with us, it's the NFT Girls Mafia. Swicky newbie and the pseudos, ain't no stopping them. CT and Pre-T, yeah, they bossing up. Got Sarah and Tatiana going hard as fuck. It's the NFT Girls Mafia. Swicky newbie and the pseudos, ain't no stopping them. CT and Pre-T, yeah, they bossing up. Got Sarah and Tatiana going.
Thank you for tuning in to the NFT Catcher Podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned something new about the exciting world of NFTs. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And if you really love what you're hearing, please leave us a rating and review on your favorite platform. If you want to stay up to date with the latest news and insights from the NFT space, be sure to follow us on all the socials at NFT Catcher Pod. You can follow Jennifer at Jennifer_pseudo and Michael at NFTicket. I'm your producer, Andy, and I'm at AJC254. Our theme song's by It's Just Los. We always appreciate your feedback and support, which helps us reach more people and bring you informative and engaging content about NFTs. We look forward to bringing you more great NFT content in future episodes. Thanks for listening. Peace.